Hey guys, so I am going to make a quick video. I am really hesitant about making this video because it's something that there are certain things that I have no problem with sharing with you guys or talking to you guys about or putting out there for the world to see, and then there are certain things that I think are just a little bit across the line. But this has been asked to me many times by you guys and by people out and about, so I want to go ahead and address it. I don't want to just keep avoiding it, and hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I understand that this is a touchy subject and everybody has their personal opinions, and yours might not be the same as mine might not be the same as yours, but in the end, as parents, we just need to respect everybody's decisions for their children. So I'd appreciate no negative or hateful comments on this video. So anyways, the question that's been forever being asked to me is, especially since finding out if we're having a boy, is will he be circumcised? And like I said, this is a topic that personally I did not want to make a video on because I think that is a really inappropriate question to ask somebody. I mean, it's one thing if you're their family and that's really something you think you need to ask, but I almost feel like it's really inappropriate. But I understand that people who are asking aren't meaning to offend me or anything like that. They're just asking out of curiosity or just kind of wondering. So although I didn't want to make the video because I don't feel really that comfortable discussing private parts of a baby's body on a video like that, I am going to make this video because the question keeps getting asked and some people have started to form their own guesses or opinions, I guess, and what you guys have guessed isn't quite accurate, so I just want to clear things up. As far as circumcision goes, I do not agree with it. I think it's medically unnecessary. I think it's kind of, just pretty much medically unnecessary. I don't need to go into all the details about why it used to be done and that it's not that popular anymore and that there's really no proof that it's needed on a newborn and that medical associations don't recommend it on a healthy baby boy and all of that, because you guys have probably heard all of that before. So that's just my opinion, but I am not the only parent of this baby boy. He has a dad, and parenting choices need to be made together. Me and Aaron talked about this a lot of times. It was really turned into heated conversations, and we weren't able to come to an agreement. I was definitely no. I absolutely did not see the need for it to be done, did not want it done. He just felt like it was normal to him because that's what he knew of, and it was just what he was more comfortable with, was having it done. And I shared information with him, and he is well educated on the subject, I guess, as much as I could educate about it, and we just could not come to an agreement. And when that situation happens and parents can't come to an agreement, especially when it's on a newborn child, I feel like a lot of times the moms just end up making the decision. But then, so anyways, what I was saying was, I feel like a lot of times when parents can't come to an agreement on an important decision that needs to get made about a child, whether it's healthcare related, whether it's discipline or parenting styles or whatever, especially when the kids are little, I feel like the mom usually takes control and just makes the decision and kind of just overrides whatever the other parent was thinking. But then there's an effect for every decision that you make. So when moms are going out and kind of disregarding the dad's opinion or feelings on important decisions, and they just disregard them and decide to make the decision on their own and do what they feel is right, then they complain later on that the dads aren't involved, the dads don't help make decisions, and that they feel like they're doing it alone. So in the end, a decision needed to be made, and I decided, I told Aaron, I've shared with you my point of view, and you know how I feel, and in the end, it's his decision to make. So that's where we stand right now. I don't know, the baby's not born yet, so I am definitely against it, but if Aaron decides that that's what we're going to do, then in this case, that's what we're going to do, because I definitely think that in a marriage, there are some times that you just are not going to agree on something. And then a decision still has to be made, and it has to be left up to somebody. So what works in our marriage is I let him know how I feel, he lets me know how he feels. If we can't agree on something, then he has to be the ultimate decision maker. It's the only way it's going to work, or nothing's ever going to get decided. And that's not to say that he completely disregards everything I think or anything like that and just goes and does what he wants. Not at all. Not like that. But on this topic especially, we're just not coming to an agreement. We're not agreeing on it at all. So in the end, it's going to be his decision to make. Personally, I cannot tell you if baby boy will or won't be, because I don't know 100%. He's not here yet. Once he is here, I probably will not share that with you guys because it's just very personal. But right now, although I'm very against it, in my personal opinion, for my child, it's not just my child, and there's another person who's equally contributing and equally responsible for the decisions that have to do with him. So if it was completely up to me, it would be a no, but I am just giving that decision to Aaron, and what he chooses to do is what he chooses to do. And I definitely will not be mad or disappointed if he decides that he wants to go ahead and do that and move along and do the circumcision. Then of course I have a moment of disappointment because it wasn't what I felt was best, but if I just did what I wanted to, then he would feel the same way. So that's where we're at with that. You guys will probably never get a definite answer on if it happened or not, but that is just where it's at. You've heard my personal opinions, but like I said, I'm not the only parent to this baby, and I think a lot of times moms just kind of take charge and go ahead and make those decisions on their own, but then they wonder why they feel like they're doing it all alone, and it's because they're forcing themselves to do everything alone and not taking input from their partners. Also, Aaron has been really understanding and let me make almost 95% of the decisions when it comes to, you know, pregnancy and delivery and parenting. You know, he is totally on board with me for exclusively breastfeeding. He is totally on board with me doing the extended rear-facing car seats for Desiree right now. He supports everything I've done in the past. When we cloth diapered, he supported that, and all the decisions that I've made as a mom, he's really been on board. So for me to just take away a decision, especially as it relates to his son's body, for me to just take that away from him would be really wrong. He's completely listened to all my points of views about not vaccinating, and he's gone right along with all of that and been really supportive. So I think it's time that I give him a decision and trust him, and, you know, whatever happens, happens, and everything's going to be okay either way. And this wasn't an easy point for me to get to, but it was just something that I had to work to, and this is a big deal for me to kind of release that control, especially since it's something I feel so strong about, but it's almost a weight off of my shoulders too, to know that I'm not the only person who has to make decisions. So anyways, that's all I have to tell you guys about the subject. It doesn't really answer the question on if our baby will or will not be circumcised, but it kind of just lets you know where I'm coming from and why I feel the way I do, but why I also understand that people feel differently than me, and I don't think either person is wrong or anything like that. So like I said, the question's probably never going to get answered publicly for you guys on what we decided on, but that is where we're at, and if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and let me know down below. Otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.